welcome to another video, guys. I tried Godfrey Warlock yesterday right after the patch, and I gotta say, the deck feels much better after the latest changes, and some people in Top Legend have been really killing with it. So in this video I'm gonna give you a quick guide about it, talk about mulligans, win rates, and general tips so you have a better idea of what you could be doing with and against it. So if you find the video helpful, a like and subscribe would be appreciated, but now let's check out the deck.
You are not prepared!
Here's the list I saw Homie Was Taken was playing, and he really did pretty well with it. Here it is. He went 23-10 with it, started off something like 8-3, and yeah, deck really does feel much better now. And the main reason behind that is Gang Stooge now is going to be shuffling a couple of 8/8s at the bottom of your deck, and also Annihilation is going to be a turn earlier, which definitely does feel nice. With the fact that the new nerfs definitely slowed down the meta by a bit, a deck like this definitely could be flourishing now. Even though I'm not completely sold this is the best variant of it, it definitely feels like it's in the right direction if you know what you're doing with it and if you know what the opponent is trying to do against you. You can be pretty greedy with this deck, or you could be going a little bit faster depending on what the matchup warrants, and you are definitely gonna start winning a lot more once you actually master how you should be piloting it depending on the different matchup. And a lot of the times you are gonna have to be balancing through taking damage, drawing cards, and clearing boards in order to actually get the most out of this deck. Going through the cards, we have a couple of Kris catacombs with which you can be fishing out important things, and the most important thing you should be fishing out is probably going to be the Unseen Atlas, which you definitely want to be seeing. Conflagrate can help you with your card draw as well as the opponent's board removal. In some cases that might be better. With Kris Chains you could be stealing important stuff for the opponent and actually feeding them to your Herald cards. Drain Soul is going to be a great tool to keep yourself alive and remove stuff for the opponent's board. Shadowsworn Disciple gives you a lot of Herald action, and of course it's going to also heal you a little bit. The Caged Cranium can be insanely good. This guy can literally be a free 10 as soon as turn 4. Hellfire is going to be as good as ever, removing decent boards. And right now the game definitely suffers from having a good amount of removal. Hellfire definitely is one of the better cards you could be removing a lot of stuff with nowadays early. Gang Stooge, like I said, got recently buffed, and now you're going to be shuffling a couple of 8/8 demons with Taunt and Lifesteal at the bottom instead of just hot single 9/9. And that alone is going to make it a lot more potent of a deck. With Godfrey you are going to get yourself a lot of extra discounts, and you're not gonna care about overdrawing. You're actually gonna be embracing it. But other than that, he is gonna be pretty useless for you. You definitely don't want to be seeing him in your hand. The Shrine of Twilight helps with the card draw as well as with the Herald stuff. Ultraxion can definitely discount a lot for your Deathwing. With Endbringer Umbra you can get yourself plenty of good defensive Death Rattles out, like you could be repeating the Gang Stooge Death Rattle, the Shadowsworn Disciple, especially the Moarg, heck, even the Morag. With Annihilation you are gonna be fishing out your demons from the bottom of your deck, and you're also going to be destroying the entire board, which is definitely pretty good. And of course, preferably you want to be already having yourself a few demons at the bottom thanks to the Stooge, but in some cases you just still are just going to use it for the sake of clearing the board, and if you got lucky and actually have something like Moarg or Morag at the bottom, well, all the more power to you. With Archwitch Willow, you are going to be able to actually cheat out demons from your hand, even though she felt a little bit on the greedy side, but yeah, a lot of the times you are actually going to have yourself Moarg or Morag in your hand already, and having yourself Willow ready to actually drop that plus a demon from your deck, be it another Moarg or Morag, could also be an Gang Stooge, or the 8/8s from it, would feel pretty decent. Moarg is going to be good for you because this guy is going to give you a good chunk of extra armor. Even if the opponent just handles it somehow without destroying their board, they are going to still heal you a bit with armor, that is. Morag still feels a little bit on the clunky side, but once he starts rolling he can definitely be kind of good. Deathwing is definitely going to help you with a good game plan at the end. You usually have no problem actually heralding yourself all the way up to 4, so you're always going to have all the 4 options once you get to play it. And lastly, the Unseen Atlas is definitely going to help you big time with the card draw, so you can actually start getting discounts from the burned cards. With this deck you're also going to get yourself quite a fast Herald stuff going for you, so that can be a pretty good game plan on your own. You don't have Cho'Gall in here, even though it kind of feels like maybe it could feel decent in it, but the fact that he actually just burns minions and not cards at all is kind of wonky for sure, and he is definitely a little bit too chunky for his own good, but technically you could try fitting him in instead of something like, I don't know, Conflagrate or something. Anyway, for the matchups we don't really have too much stats, but Void Demon Hunter apparently is not going to be your friend, even though in my experience it wasn't that bad. And as for the mulligan, here's what it looks like. Going first, you are definitely going to be happy getting yourself the Stooge. The Caged Cranium can be fine. The Unseen Atlas definitely absolutely MVP. Shadowsworn Disciple can be great. Depending depending on the matchup, you could consider some removal like Drain Soul, like Hellfire, Shrine of Twilight could be okay, Cursed Chains might also be worth it if you're expecting especially an egg deck. I'd say Cursed Catacombs is also a pretty decent keep, the rest probably not so much. On the coin, the situation is kind of similar. You don't really look for too much early game, like on turn 1 you usually pass, on turn 2 you usually hero power, and on turn 3 you preferably play something like the Unseen Atlas, so you can actually start getting yourself discounts, but if you're against faster matchups you can definitely be looking for some more early game stuff instead, because some decks are just simply too fast for you to be dilly-dallying with discounts. That's about it for the deck, definitely not the cheapest out of the lot, but definitely pretty fun and pretty different from what we're used to seeing in Hearthstone right now, so give it a check and do let me know how it does for you. Hope you enjoyed the guide, and if you did, a like and subscribe would be great, but now let's check out some of my games on my road back to top 1000 legend. Hope you enjoy. Okay. Against the priest of all shits. We could steal the 6/6 out of him. That might be good. I'm down to hold on to the whole thing. We're not going to try and play too much early on, which maybe we shouldn't have. I don't know. Maybe one less Sim Gang Stooge was a good idea. On turn 2 we're just tapping. Mm-hmm. And just keep on tapping. We're not in a big hurry against this guy. Might as well get me some tonnage of discounts. No, we burned Godfrey. But the Godfrey. Seven mana annihilation is kind of cool. Not so much against the priest, but cool nonetheless. Oh man. This deck not running the big hand location feels wrong. There we go. So I'll do that, why not? Feeling okay, Gore 4. How's racing? how that go. Next turn, Annihilation might be the way. Sounds cool. Bunch of big men. Really, they're gonna get ruined. Apparently he doesn't have it, huh? Has to do it twice like this or something. That could have been worse. Well, that could have been worse, chat. Okay. Let's go with a little Traxion here. Six. Not the worst. Looks like a GG to me. Neato. Well, that went so well. Imagine Priest not being able to handle a turn 7, 24, 24. I mean that literally, by the way. Are you even priesting? Sarah and that dog? Which dog? The pets? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? You spent on fucking Ysera? Ysera of all things. Really? Really? The new ones? What do you mean new ones? Ja, dude, det kommer tas det shit. Oof. Really hope I get the Unseen Atlas, the Gang Stooge, that kind of stuff. Looks like Face Hunter to me. Wasting your coin on that shit. Morag, you say. Prepping this thing next turn drops it down to 5. Just kind of bearable. But I literally don't have big demons left in the deck because these shits decided to join. So next turn maybe we're fishing for the Stoogie Boy. That ain't bad. No Stoogie Boy, might as well do this thing then. Yeah, Tracker needs a little bit of time. On Tracker? What do you mean? It's 9. Why is this thing showing as 4 mana right now, by the way? That's wrong. Okay, much better. Let's go with the Stooge, maybe it baits out some shit. Should I drop this down to 7? 7 is still mighty thick. But it's not like I'm gonna be able to do much more than this, so might as well. Is this that good? Some people are doing well with it. Homie was taken, for instance, did 8 and 3 with it or some nonsense like that. So we're about to find out. Bruh. Imagine getting this shit randomly, by the way. Yeah. Bruh. Could just stooge it again so we can get a bigger, better this thing. I mean, the Annihilation, but things are kind of looking bleak. Better go like this. Could just do this for the sake of the card draw instead of the plus stats. I'd rather get the stats, I think. Fuck. Okay, we're happy. Happy degenerate noises. Let's see. One Urban Roar has been played already. Yes. Okay. At least this happens before Urban Roar. Fuck those in particular. Bruh. Bruh. Godfrey is banned and wild, my guy. Reading is an important organ. What? Guess another 12 years coming my way, innit? Godfrey is banned? That's wild. I guess you could be reading that differently now, couldn't you? Bruh. Okay. Somehow we're still alive. Could actually also... Nah, that's dumb. Should I shuffle dragons, actually? With the Kris Catacombs, I think I should. But the 12-12 helps against the 5 damage, so fuck it. Nice burn. Bitch. Bruh. Bruh. It was empty, huh? Well, that sucks. Oh no. Oh no. There's really nothing I can do about it, is there? Then bring our Umbra. I realize we did ourselves. It ain't coming, chat. Simply ain't coming, chat. Could have played it much better. Yeah, I mean, the armor didn't even matter here. He was just sucking through it. Sedge. Big Sedge. Close, though. This guy curved out extremely well for a red deck. Just the rogue. First rogue of the day, by the way. I wonder why. Try like that. Order daddy. Literally. Yeah, sure, let's drop it. That's good. Guess I'm down to discarding that shit, even though this is also pretty good. Could steal a coin. Oh no. Bruh. Good and bad. Let's see what else we got there. Can do that. We're actually quite heralded already. The point where this is actually a decent win condition now. Well, he already knows that card's gone. Yo. Gives me more Acro Traxion. Or this shit. Double bloody hellfire. Hmm. Maybe I'll just coin out the Morag that is. Sounds a boo, right? Makes my Umbra a lot better next turn. Definitely. Well, good news, the 10-10 is the highest health. Yeah. Probably cousins. Speaking of the devil. That's a card. This feels kind of dumb, but getting a 12/12, I don't know, sounds about right. Next turn, we're getting a big discount on that Deathwing of ours. Oh no. Oh no. Bruh. Both Annihilations missing in action. Guess I'm gonna have to dig for him. Or not. Can just connect mouth. I mean, with the +5, I guess I should have done that before the thing. Next turn I actually get the Ultraxion and play Deathwing at the same time. Kinda nutty. Oof. Speaking of kinda nutty, please they're not discounted. But still. Bruh. Morak still feels pretty slow though. I don't even know, Jarek. Hard to say just yet. One to the face, just for the sake of it. Well, if those troublemakers were dealing 2 damage, my ass would have been cooked. Can't tell you that much. Demon Hunter. Void Demon Hunter definitely felt a lot better. Let's try and get a big hand, shall we? This hand is unplayable. Thanks. Unplayable intensifies. That's the card at least. Really hope I see the Unseen Atlas. Hope the Atlas gets seen. That's what I'm trying to say. Nice. The Atlas has been seen, chat. And it has been a sight for sore eyes. It doesn't swarm that ass. Dead ass does not swarm that ass. Guess I'm gonna tap that ass. Nice discount 88. Guess he's making those trades anyway. Might as well slap him. Well, I guess he wasn't making that trade after all. Why the fuck did you do that? That was weird. Nice. Could find Unseen Atlas. But I don't. Well, I'm not very happy about either of these choices. We could get lucky with a stooge from the bottom, like we do have Morag at the bottom. Sadly, none of these at the bottom, that's for sure. There are a few. Not that many, though. Well, that's something. Next one's gonna be a bit more fruitful. Gotta be careful with these removals, though, because he is gonna start doing some big men. Okay. Attacks it. A bit odd in it. Well, we take those. Now we get to do the delete. Not the worst. Slap it, silly. Slap it sideways. What the fuck did he keep from the beginning, by the way? Didn't see him prepping the... What's his face? I wonder what that's about. Viper, perhaps? But he could have played it 5 times already. About to find out. The free damage thingy. Now there's 2 of them. Right. Like that. I think homeboy is dying. Homeboy. Got him. Oh, this makes it faster. That was decent. That feels kind of decent. Fellow Warlock. Fellow Warlock bullshitter.
Shall be opened. Chaos and destruction.
Okay, we got the card draw. We're going second. I think those are some pretty good things for us. And Sarah and this guy. Rafam, is that you? Yep. He's Rafam, all right. Let's see. You can play that game. Him being a 40 deck and getting this thing, kinda lucky.
My hand is full.
Yes. Yeah, probably guts.
The end is coming!
Ooh.
My hand is full.
I don't mind this thing getting destroyed. Let me get that card drawing.
I feel their spirit.
Okay, I'm down to steal that. If that's how you want to play it.
Victory or death! Sin or victory! The veil wanes.
I'm a pretty big deal in here. I'm a pretty big deal in here.
I'm okay eating the 2-2 because it's really not doing all that much. He's not supposed to be running Annihilation, I think, because that gives him anti-synergy with his Reform crop. That's one of those Reforms. This one is a demon.
Existence is pain. So is teaching you.
That was a blue rat. Polymorph would be a bitch.
Twilight falls upon that. Is this normal? Is this normal?
Quite the hefty discount we're getting. Polymorph of these could annihilate him. About 50-50 so far, but some people have been doing pretty good with it. in top legend kind of deal. Of course.
My hand is full.
Yeah, that's a nice little cheap death wing in it.
I'm going to be a real headache.
My hand is full.
Miss me with that shit. Decent. GG. Smash. A good day for Godfrey. Okay, well, all around we definitely had a lot of fun today. The new patch feels kinda alright. Haven't seen too much new stuff, to be honest, like Void Demon Hunter definitely is something a lot of people are trying. A lot more Godfrey Warlocks, Death Knight, seen a few here and there, but nothing too crazy. A little bit of Priest here and there, nothing too new about it though. Yeah, I don't know. But all around definitely feels like the meta got a little bit shook.